Hello, guys, and welcome back to The Last Bachelor. And this is episode 15. Entitled is what some of us men feel like throughout life. But did you know the difference between good entitlement from bad entitlement? It's okay if you didn't. Most of us don't either. The sense of self-entitlement has been ingrained in us men for generations. As young men, we develop this false sense of entitlement, sometimes for no other reason at all, simply on the fact that we are men. And because of that, if we give a certain woman some attention, we almost demand hers in return. Nowadays, men with self-entitlement issues have become the subject of discussion at almost every hangout or chill session, with women talking about how too many men display creepy behaviors. I've heard it's even spilled on these online dating sites in the way people approach each other, with some women being cautious not to attract a mistake. We've talked about some of those corny pickup lines some men use in public. Sometimes it gets annoying, but this topic is deeper than what most think. It's usually a mix of fear and entitlement, and frankly, no one owes us men a damn thing. Somewhere along the way, men have created this illusion that we are owed a woman. Not any woman, but the woman. They want a baddie. Just saying. Regardless of his own physical appearance, level of success, talent, or achievement. There are many who take offense at the notion that they can't have a beautiful woman without some type of meaningful achievements. They drive themselves Looney Tunes, bitching about how unfair the standards women place for themselves are, because in their minds, it should be easy and effortless. Wrong. One thing we learned for sure growing up is that life isn't fair, guys. And guess what? Neither is dating. And contrary to popular belief, men also get approached by women that they have absolutely no interest in. Yes, women do get approached more often, only because it's a deeply ingrained social programming that's difficult to dismiss. And it's true, women can get laid with the minimal effort. But so can men. How, you might ask? By lowering your standards just a bit. The same way women would have to if they wanted sex on command. Try not to be so shallow. It might work for you. Being owed an attractive woman is embedded in the male psyche. It's even a big part of pop culture. Almost every movie we've seen has depicted the hero or a nice guy who gets the girl. Unless it was a dating type movie, where sometimes the good guy has to go through some bullshit and achieve something to get the girl. When you grow up with all these elements, you start to believe that's how it is. Unfortunately, this is real life. And real women get offended with men who assume they are obligated to show them an ounce of attention just because we look their way. Just about every woman I know who's tried online dating says it gets seriously sensitive. I've heard how aggressive some men get from women who left texts unread or emails unread or not getting back to them fast enough, or men getting upset that the women they like want to take it slow and talk before she sees where things flow. This seems like something reasonable for anyone, but for an entitled man, you are supposed to reply and be interested just like he is. And that's not realistic at all. They expect a woman to be like, "Take me, I'm all yours." It's crazy to see how texts can go from, "You look beautiful, can we go out?" to "Fuck you, you ain't all that anyway." Some of us have witnessed this behavior in public settings as well. Women with standards torment these types of men. To them, it's her fault things didn't work out. Men already have insecurity issues as is, but this one hurts their fragile male ego because they feel men do all the work while the women just sit pretty and pick. We've been taught to be the pursuer, but most of us don't know how to pursue, nor take the time to practice the right way to pursue with some grace and class. In a survey conducted by GQ, stated that 50% of men between the ages of 18 and 34 agreed with this following statement. If your girlfriend or partner is willing to kiss you, they must be willing to do other sexual acts. This same survey also discovered that 59% of men agreed that husbands are entitled to sex with their wives. Just a few examples of this reality. And not only do these behaviors poison a potential romantic relationship, but all relationships. Friends and relatives also display signs of self-entitlement that destroy bonds forever, making us feel obligated to accommodate them in any and every situation of our lives, often with minimal contributions on their part. In my research, I found there are traits that reveal those types. 1. Selfish demeanor, never generous or considerate. 2. Refuses to take no for an answer while contributing the minimal. 3. Never gives praises for good fortunes if it's not their own or are involved. And 4. The self-pity. Always looking for others to blame for why they feel or are the way they are. Another example of self-entitlement is when they minimize anything good you did for them, regardless of how many times you looked out for them. If you're dealing with these types of people, it can be draining on you. I advise you don't feed into them. It may spiral in another direction, or worse, they go on an attack and make you the bad guy. Don't ignore this and push it to the side. Address it. Because if you don't, you'll end up doing yourself more damage than good. I don't want to leave you guys thinking that all entitlement is bad. For instance, you should feel entitled. Entitled to love, health, the pursuit of happiness. And that's exactly what it is, a pursuit. Meaning not everything is going to be given easily or go the way you expected. Some of the greatest rewards in life are earned. Today's quote comes from Katerina Stoikova-Klemmer. Everybody deserves love, but nobody is entitled to it. You've been listening to The Last Bachelor. To the next episode. Also, take some time out and rate this episode. And for any questions, comments, or suggestions, go to thelastbachelor61@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Till next time.